Today's story titled, Nails in the Fence, A Lesson About Anger. Once upon a time, there used to live a young teenage boy in a small town. The boy had a very short temper and used to shout at anybody, anywhere. He didn't think for a second before opening his mouth in anger. Everyone used to dislike him for being grumpy, short-tempered, and foul-mouthed. One day, his father came to him and handed over a bag full of nails and a hammer. The boy got very confused. His father then said, "Dear son, you really have a very short temper. Why don't you hammer a nail into the back of the fence every time you get angry?" The boy agreed and took the bag full of nails. By the night the fence had 40 nails hammered in it, and it was just the first day. A week later, the fence had around 100 nails. Soon the days passed and the number of nails began to lessen and eventually stopped. The boy finally realized that it was easier to control his anger than pinch a nail into the fence. The boy realized this and went to his father. His father appreciated him and suggested another idea to him. The father said, "Now that you have learned to control your temper, why don't you start to pull out the nail each day you successfully control your temper?" The boy agreed and began to pull a nail out each day. He was calm and didn't lose his temper. A few days later all the nails were pulled out of the fence. The boy happily went to his father and told him about it. The father listened to him, held his hands, and took him near the fence. The father then said, "Son, you had a very short temper but you learned to control it, but look at this fence. It still has holes in it that can never be fixed like before." The boy started to understand what his father was saying. The father continued, "You always speak harsh things to people in anger, which leaves a deep impact on them. These impacts are like a scar to them which they will remember forever." The boy understood his mistake and promised his father he would be a kind and polite with his words and behavior in future. Moral: let's our words be polite and kind.